Hey guys, well, I've done a lot of full face from the drugstore, all one brand of course, and then of course I've done a lot of different brands from the drugstore too. So today I thought I would do a full face of Rimmel makeup. The reason I chose this one was because before I got into my makeup obsession, I guess is what you call it. That's what I am now, is a makeup obsessed. Before all this, Rimmel was my go-to. Like, I used to buy Rimmel makeup religiously. It was one of my favorite brands, and this is not me exaggerating. This is not me telling you a story. This is me being truthful. This is what I used to buy, really. And so thinking about that, I was like, oh, I need to do a full face of Rimmel. I have to. It's one of the best brands out there, and it's one of the most affordable too, so that's another reason I had to do it. So so today we're gonna do a full face of Rimmel. I did forget a few things that I don't have for a full face, but we're gonna improvise, and I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna do it. So we're gonna start off with the eyes like we always do. I've primed with Believe Beauty just because I know this eyeshadow primer, I want to keep it with something I know. On something like that, okay? So that's why we're doing that. Besides, and I didn't see an eyeshadow primer, honestly, at the drugstore for Rimmel. So if they have one, I didn't see it. But this is the eyeshadow palette we're going to use. This is the Electric Violet edition. Rimmel is known for duping a lot of Urban Decay Naked palettes. And so I almost wonder if this isn't a dupe of the, what was it, Ultraviolet or something? I could be wrong, but it just kind of seems similar. But it looks layout as far as like the rectangular long pans, you know, they're basically like something you would see from Urban Decay. So anyway, there's a very nice black in here, it looks like, and then there's some beautiful purples, and this is not like, I don't have a palette that looks like this, so kind of excited to use this. But I used to have a lot of these palettes, and one of my favorites was like a rose gold, I believe, and the nudes. I used to love those like the neutral colors, of course, were my favorites, and I used to wear those out. So that's why I went with something a little bit different. I've not used this palette before, so this will be a first time using it, but I know that it's probably going to be just as good as any of the others. So there is a lot of purple in here, so let's see what we can create with this today. I think I'm going to start off with this color here. They don't have shade names, so I'm just going to start off with this like mauve rose color. And I'm just going to take it on my brush. And I'm going to run this through my crease. There is kick up in the pan, but there always has been. That's nothing new. My only critique on this palette is there's only 1, 2, 3 mattes. That's my only critique. So I'm going to take this shade here, and I'm going to put that in this outer corner a bit. Doesn't totally go with what I'm going for, but we're going to try to step out of our comfort zone a little. I'm going to take that through the crease a little too. Some of this deepest purple here, and tap that. I know I've already put down a little bit of purple. The only thing this palette is missing is a mirror. That shade is so pretty. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to try to swatch it for you. Okay, here's my swatch. Do you see how it's a duochrome? I hope you can. I'm kind of dying to use this. I think I'm going to. Why not, right? Super pigmented. And I'm just going to put that next to that color I just laid down. Okay, so it came off super pigmented on the brush, but not on the eye. So I tried it with the brush, now I'm going to try it on my finger. I mean, that's the way to go always. And then on that inner portion, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shade here. I'm just going to do it on my finger because I know the finger is going to probably be best. So I cleaned up those edges and I'm just going to pat those edges so they're not super, super sharp. Just doing that with your finger really helps. That looks like a mermaid to me, those colors. Let's move on to the face. And then we'll go back to the eyes. This is one of my favorite products, and I've used this before. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte Primer, and this is for your face, of course, and then it's matte. Of course, I love it. It's to keep shine down, but it's also pore minimizing, and I love it. A hydrating feel, and it's smooth skin. What more can you ask for? So I'm just gonna rub it together. I'll put this. There's really no scent. It really, to me, it smells like makeup. But it feels really nice. But I can instantly see like a difference in my skin once I put that on. So nice. And then this is also another one of my favorite products. I've used this one for years and years before I used Estee Lauder Double Wear. I would use this. My hair looks awful, you guys. I don't know what's wrong with it. I probably need a haircut. Let's just ignore it, okay? This is the Rimmel Stay Matte Liquid Mousse Foundation. So it comes out like a mousse. It's amazing, the texture. I'm going to squeeze it on the back of my hand so you can see the texture. See how moussey that looks? Oh, it's so good. I have the shade Ivory. I'm just going to take my finger. See how moussey that is? Oh, so nice. And I'm just going to dab it on my face. So if you've ever seen one of my engagement pictures, I was wearing this foundation in those. And it held up well throughout the heat, and it was even raining that day, so it was really humid. So I'm going to do it with a brush today. On the bottle, it doesn't say if it's like a medium or full coverage. I feel like I'm getting a pretty full coverage, but I guess some people consider it medium. I don't know, but I feel like it's medium to full coverage. On the back, it says it's a feather light liquid mousse, blends flawlessly for natural looking all day shine control. Silky smooth formula, leaves a perfectly matte, baby soft finish, lightweight texture, won't feel heavy or greasy, and I totally agree with that. It just feels so nice on the skin. So the one thing I did not want to get from Rimmel was their concealer. I didn't like the shade range. Not that I didn't like the shade range, but just not for myself. The lightest shade just didn't look very light to me. So I just decided I was going to get the, but use my Revolution Conceal and Define in shade C3.5. So that's the only thing I didn't pick up. I just didn't like the selection. And then to set my face, I'm going to use my tried and true favorite. This is my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. It's in the shade Sandstorm. So I've used this quite a bit. So it's not a loose powder like I normally would use, but I still love this. I don't know if you guys can really see, but it's like totally like an airbrush finish. It looks so pretty. This powder is good powder. Really, really good powder. So next I'm going to move on to the Rimmel Natural Bronzer. This is in the shade Sun Bronze, I think. But yes, I've used this before too and really love it. So I was getting everything out to do this video and I realized I forgot to get a blush. I was so upset with myself. But I'm going to improvise with this palette. I'm going to take this shade here. We're going to make a blush. I'm going to do my best. Not the most perfect, but it'll work. So then I purchased this Rimmel Professional Eyebrow Pencil, and it's in the shade Dark Brown. And it has like a brush on the end for you to brush through your brows. It's very hard. I don't like the brush. Now this I've never tried before, so this is just a regular pencil. So let's see how this goes. I like the brow pencil. I do. I like it a lot. Okay, so let's do the bottom lash line. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to smoke this color on that bottom lash line. And then I'm going to take just a tiny bit of this mauve color on the outer edges. And then I'm going to take this really light purple shade here to highlight the brow bone and inner corner. Ooh, look at that. Okay, and then I picked this up because it's a 2-in-1 deal. It's the Scandal-Eyes Curve Alert Mascara and the Scandal-Eyes Waterproof Gel Pencil, both in black. So I'm going to take the pencil and I'm going to put that on the waterline. That looks really pretty. Let's see. I want some liner on my top line up here. That glided on the top line very, very easy. It almost looks black. I mean, it almost looks blue instead of black. That could just be the blue here making it look that way, because there it looks black. So, it could just be that blue. Okay, so then the Scandal-Eyes Curve Alert Mascara. I used to use the Scandal-Eyes mascara, but not this particular one. So, what drew me to this one was this curved one, because it was curved like the roller lash. However, this one's very much more chunky. So, let's see how this works. Okay, so this is a couple coats of mascara. And then, of course, over here's no mascara. It's okay. It took me a little bit to get there. So this I'm not a fan of. mean, it's okay. It's not the worst mascara I've ever tried, but the Scandalize and just like the black and white packaging is much better than this. Much, much better. This just kind of gave me spider lashes and clumps, so I wasn't a huge fan. So one last thing is the lips. So I got this. This is the Stay Glossy Lip Gloss from Rimmel, and it's in the shade Tainted Love. It says up to 6 hour shine. Look at that color though. I thought it would go really good with the eyes. Whatever color we decided to do out of this, I thought it would go good with. So, I didn't get a lip liner or anything, so let's just do this by itself. I like it. I do. It doesn't feel goopy and gloppy on the lips like some can, and I like it. I think it's really pretty. It's a unique color that I don't usually go for either. Like, I usually have like pinks and this is more of a purple, like mauve purple, so a little different for me. But this is my full face of Rimmel. What do you guys think? I didn't get a highlighter. I forgot a highlighter. I'm just failing at a lot of stuff. My brain's in a lot of other places these days, guys. I do apologize. I thought about putting one of these on my face, but then I decided against it. I honestly have not been wearing a whole lot of highlighter lately, like day to day. I have just been going matte, so I'm okay with this. I'm okay with the matte look. What do you guys think of all of the Rimmel products? Was there something that you did like, didn't like? I am pretty happy with just about everything. The only thing I can complain about is the mascara. Wasn't crazy about this. It's not horrible. I've definitely tried worse, but it's just not as good as just the black and white Scandalize. And then what else was there? There was something else. Oh, just on the brow pencil, I like it. I really do like it. I hate this. This is so hard. Like, this brush that comes on it is so hard. But the color of it, it's supposed to be dark brown, and to me it's more of like a brunette or even an auburn. So I would like for it to be just a little bit darker. That's just my personal preference. However, the formula of it is amazing and I really do like it. But everything else I'm very happy, very pleased with. I've always loved Rimmel products, and I have I've been a fan for many, many years, so I will continue to be a fan. This has always been one of my favorite drugstore foundations. Why have I not talked about it on my channel before? I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me, but honestly, this has been one of my favorite drugstore foundations for a long, long time. I look so airbrushed right now. I really, really do. I'm not just saying that. And I think it's a huge combination of the primer, the foundation, and the powder. I think these all are giving me this airbrush complexion that I have. So I'm very, very happy with it, and very, very much recommending if you're looking for something from the drugstore, Rimmel's where it's at. There's not really much else I can complain about. If you're going to use one of their eyeshadow, this wasn't my favorite. However, purples can be a little bit hard to formulate, so it's not horrible. I do like it. I like the eyeshadow look that I was able to create it today. I really do like these colors. I just prefer some of the other palettes over this, but this is still a beautiful palette. I think it's gorgeous. So with the shimmer shades, just use your finger with it and you'll be great. But other than that, I think that's all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed my full face of Rimmel. If you have questions or anything, if you have any, experiences with Rimmel that you want to tell me about, I would be happy to hear those. Comment below, let me know. I would be happy to hear about it. and I would be happy to answer questions as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you so very much. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.